Shazam, what's the saying? What's the phrase? You know, you've woken up on the wrong side of the bed. Or is it woken up on the wrong side of the log? Who knows? With our Wildcats, every day is a good day. There is no such thing as waking up on the wrong side of the log. Shazam is there. Hello and welcome everyone. Judson here, Olivia.
Hi everyone.
We are so happy to be back with everyone on really a beautiful Monday. It is overcast, but pretty mild weather. The birds are just singing, and just so happy to have everyone here after a little bit of a weekend. So hope everyone had a fun weekend. We certainly had a busy one here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Crew days, construction, you name it. But glad to be back, and hope everyone is doing well. Hey, Lisa Wallstrom, Kendra Ditto. Sherry V's here. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Lori Heath. Good morning, everyone. Saying good morning, Shazam. I'm going to zoom out for a moment. Shazam, Shazam's got a lot of, favorite hangout spots. I'm kind of going to look right over to my left here. Shazam has that tall perch right over there where he'll spend lots of time. He has this log here that you see him kind of hugging and draping himself across. I'm going to be walking over to the side so you can see that his legs are indeed hanging off of this platform. But then he's got his dog glue. He'll hang out in various spots on his skywalk. But Olivia, I always get a hoot.
When he's
a kick.
On this log.
Exactly. When Shazam's riding the log.
And it's so lush. I love how he's surrounded by green right now, too.
It is lush. It is lush. And then also cool to see that, Shazam, a sophisticated old man like himself, as cats get older, we want to make sure that they're staying safe in the summer heat, and an added shade cloth above Shazam's one of his favorite hangout spots is the least we can do for a cat like him.
That's how you know it's a popular spot, is when the shade cloth is above it.
Exactly. I see one there. I can only imagine one will be popping up on that platform. You can see on this part of his habitat too, where Shazam will enjoy his summer days. It's got a shade cloth too. But speaking of enjoying...
That is a lounging leopard.
Yeah, summer days. Let's get it in here and keep on saying hi to some folks out there. Hello, Sue Harvey. And how fitting with the black heart emojis for Shazam. Hugging his log, says Belinda Dissinger. Looks like a bear. He is giving it the old bear hug, John. The leopard hug, Shazam says. Beautiful setting, says Rayanne. I agree. Olivia is so right. It is getting very green, very lush, and feeling like summer.
It is. And these are my favorite types of days, Judson, where it's been raining. It is a little overcast, like you said, but just now the clouds move and the sun peeks through for a moment. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. And I often like pointing out great cat weather.
Yes.
You'd think that when, the sun's really high and it's out and it's beaming, that you'd think, hey, that's good cat weather. They love the sun. Well, sometimes, it's kind of that, the Goldilocks zone. If you have some clouds mixed in with the sun and a little bit cooler temps, that's good cat weather.
Perfect.
Hanging out, says Faith. That is right. Hanging out, literally. Shazam, you're just always putting a smile on our face. Darby Tober pointing out that is extreme relaxation. Extreme and wild. Shazam the dangle kitty from Lisa Henderson.
He is dangling a little bit. His legs are cracking me up right now.
Happy Monday, Kathy. Saying hi to myself, Olivia, TWS, and everyone.
Good morning, Kathy.
Cats and Kiara, too. We wouldn't want to forget them. But Olivia and I went over to start the live post with Dimitri and Griffen of the Tiger Trio. But of course, I look over, and right out of the corner of my eye, I see Black Leopard. Shazam, totally being a goofball. Well, not a goofball, getting comfortable in his own way. It may seem goofy to us, but he is right where he wants to be. But yeah, we're going to hang out with Shazam for a little bit, and then I'd like to go and see Dimitri and Griffen in their new habitat.
Yeah.
Zoom out for a moment on this tree-hugging leopard here. And I hope everyone had a good weekend as well. Looking forward to this week. I'm talking kind of mentioned summer, but it's looking pretty springy this week in terms of rain. Minnesota's up to bat for quite a lot of rain precipitation, so that's certainly something we'll be contending with this week. But this weekend was pretty nice and didn't have too much weather. I think we had a little on Friday, but besides that, nothing too crazy. Carrie Miller, I think we could hold a log drape competition between cats and pandas. I wouldn't know how to bet. That's funny.
I vote cats. Cat Sanctuary, I vote cats, Carrie, but that would be cute.
I think that I have to go with my bias too, Olivia.
Yes.
Cats over pandas. The log sploot, Kathy. That's quite the verbiage right there.
But there's a little stretch too.
Yeah, but let's kind of look at a couple of these
toes. Yeah,
hanging leopard toes here.
that's a good shot. I like that. Oh, Shazam!
It just is so interesting, Shazam, to see your hind end just kind of suspended and hanging like this. Cool to see those muscles defined in his leg there. That's kind of right above his knee.
Looking good, Shazam, at 22.
Yep, and certainly detecting some of those spots as well. And we're going to let this handsome guy keep on relaxing here, but this has just been a really wonderful and funny and relaxing moment with rescued leopard Shazam. If you were tuned in last Friday to our live post here, well, Shazam also made an appearance on that live post, and well, before he made an appearance, he made his presence known with a leopard vocalization. Shazam sawed on Friday's live post. To my knowledge, I'm pretty sure the audio picked it up, and I saw some people talking about it in the comments. Olivia, you were out on Friday. You messaged me.
I know, because I've had it in my head, Judson, that I would catch leopard sawing before you. That's in my little goal for myself, and I was watching that live, and sure enough, I came in at the end of it, and I think you said towards the end, I can't believe that we caught sawing, and I said, no way, and I went back and I listened, and the audio definitely picks it up. It was a great catch. So although I'm jealous, I'm very glad that it was caught forever on a live post.
Yes, yep, that's right. Immortalized, Shazam.
Yes.
Never will you be able to tell that you were not a vocal leopard because we caught you so.
I know, and like you said, it's always Shadow that we hear. At
It
least that I
is.
think I'm hearing, and so to see Shazam do it, or hear Shazam do it, that was pretty cool.
Yep, exactly. Shadow's on my little GoPro bucket list. I hear happen a lot in the morning, so I'm hoping to kind of go out when caretakers are doing rounds and get a camera on her. But Shazam, nonetheless, it was great to hear you singing your leopard song last Friday. Now it looks like you have a little bit different of a pace on this Monday. Case of the Mondays, Mr. Shazam. I see you. Ooh, Skeeter. Let's see here. Nanette, if I'm pronouncing that right, I like that name, asking location. Olivia, where are we and what are we doing here?
Yeah,
hanging out with this sleeping rescued leopard.
Welcome, Nanette. We are the Wildcat Sanctuary, and we're based in Sandstone, Minnesota. We are close to the public because we are a rescue and sanctuary to 140 plus wildcats in need, and we are exactly that. We are a sanctuary, which means we want to give our cats the most natural life possible. And so being close to the public allows us to do that. And the cool thing is that this is the best way to catch them, is on these live posts on our social media. So we're excited you're here, and it's cool you get to share this moment with us and Black Leopard Shazam.
Yeah, so glad to have you, Nanette, and hope to maybe see you around the social media space here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Just like Olivia said, close to the public, but we always love when our supporters get to plug in and not only kind of enjoy special and fun moments like this, but just kind of learn kind of the brass tacks about what's happening here at the Wildcat Sanctuary and how vital people like your support is.
You know, Judson, I can't help but point out Shazam's cheek right now, too.
What do you see? What do you see?
It's just so cute.
Okay,
How
his cheek
is smushed against the log, the toes dangling. It's almost too much for me to handle.
Let's see. Let's get a shot of this cheek here.
Yeah. It's awesome, Shazam. You look so relaxed.
It does. He says this is a nice Monday. Tell you, it'd be a little nicer if these humans quit talking.
I know. We should leave them alone.
All this jib-jabbering out here. Major relaxation kickoff to our live post with Leopard Shazam. I'm glad we got to check in with this guy. A little bit of a double dose. Handsome dude hanging out with you last Friday.
I think the relaxation vibes will be the same over here too.
I think you're probably accurate with that, Olivia. Dimitri and Griffen always know how to take it easy.
And I think that's a good segue into why they had this move, Judson.
Okay.
You know, these boys, the Tiger Trio, you all know them as the Tiger Trio, and they were living in this previous habitat with their brother Zeke until his passing. And so they're getting a little bit older and noting that they're not using their yard quite as much or to the fullest extent that they used to. They're just aging boys. They like to relax more than they like to play nowadays. And so to give them a little change in scenery and maybe a little more suitable of a habitat, that's what prompted this move. And I think you can see right in front of you that it was probably a good choice because they've already found their comfy, cozy spots. And they're, like I said, same vibes as Shazam over there.
Yeah, and I like to think too, Olivia, is that, you know, they didn't move far. They're still in the same building. They're still in Feline Meadows. They still kind of have the same big cat neighbors. They have Leo and Mansa to mind across the way, which they always enjoyed doing from their former habitat. So yeah, I'm glad you kind of broke that down for us. And they've been in this habitat for about a week and a half. We would have got their sponsor update out last week. But the boys have been having a blast. You probably saw them. We can see a little bit of the aftermath of a dirty pool here. Probably would have saw them splashing around in a couple of their above ground pools on a reel last week too. But that's the handsome Dimitri under this platform. Let's go and see what the devilishly handsome Griffen is doing under this platform.
He said this is still previously in this habitat, so we knew it would handle those crazy lion sisters. Feline Meadows home, but still switching up their scenery.
Marvelous. Yeah, I'm glad we get to see these two handsome and sophisticated and distinguished tiger gentlemen.
Very distinguished.
Hey, Sharon Osgood saying hello to Olivia and Shazam as I blow a mosquito there. And then, of course, saying hi to Dimitri and Griffen, too. Thank you for that, Sharon. Glad to have you with us. Hey, Trevor G. saying hi to Dimitri and Griffen with some emojis. Thanks for that, Trev. And Karen D, that's what it's all about, is so happy that the Tiger Trio is happy. And, and certainly so, kind of wanting to monitor the cats during these moves, during any type of transition here at Sanctuary, is something that we take a very high priority on, as you would imagine. A grassy nap, says Phyllis Hunt. Way to go, Griffen and Dimitri. I gotta say, a grassy nap doesn't sound too bad right about now. Who's the lucky big cats in their old habitat? Well, Carrie, Tarek, and Polina have moved over there, and we will not be going in to visit those two tigers today. We're going to be sending out their sponsor update to their much-deserved and much-appreciated sponsors later today. And once we get that sponsor update out, then maybe we'll be able to visit them on a live later this week. And, of course, elaborate about how their move was and how they've been adjusting over there.
But that's a good little tease, something to look forward to.
Yeah. Flipping through a few more comments. Thank you for that, Kendra Ditto. Working hard to keep the cats comfy, and that's always worth an applause and commendation to our caretaking staff. They are just kicking butt for the 140-plus rescues here. Dana Taylor, sleepy kitties today. That is what it seems. I'll say who wasn't sleepy and who was out and about and active was Henry and Haley. They're always up to no good here, and I just love their habitat. And I saw them kind of bouncing around earlier, and maybe kind of find a good vantage point here, Olivia.
I know, this habitat is so awesome for two very active and curious bobcats.
Yeah, and they're very good at eluding the paparazzi when they want to. It's also worth kind of pointing out, too, kind of looking at it from that higher angle, it might look like a big overgrown mess, so to say, but it is far from it. There's pathways kind of mowed in. It's fun. What if I changed it to every time the internet goes out, I hold my breath?
Oh my goodness. Well, you might be passing out on us, Judson. So don't do that, please.
Woo! A little bit of an internet hiccup there. And I will not challenge myself to hold my breath each time the internet goes out until it goes back, because I might go.
For my sake and the sake of everyone else on these lives, please do not hold your breath.
Red in the face.
Goes out.
We'll hang out with maybe Dimitri for a little bit longer. I'll catch up on some comments. And then I think we'll keep on strolling. Ooh, good tiger paw here from Dimitri.
I think that's another fun thing about this spring season, Judson. I'm looking down and I'm seeing lots of tiger paw prints in the soil here because the ground is so moist, and something that our caretakers are looking out for in addition to their normal cleaning activities is they're looking out for really, really good paw prints in the mud so that we can make paw castings for our auctions. So that's this time of year too.
I know, I've been seeing some fun ones kind of pop up on Tammy's desk, and
I saw some new ones this morning.
Yeah, I mean, and it's so cool because we're exactly that. We get to include them in auctions as special keepsakes. They're one of a kind, truly. That's awesome. That's right. So many things to kind of keep top of mind here at the Wildcat Sanctuary in spring.
Yes. But that is a nice paw shot right there.
Alan Simmons, I always love the little cats in a big cat world too. That Henry and Haley are down here in red zone. And Alan, you're darn tootin' if they can't keep up with all these tigers and lions.
Well, I have to laugh because one of the first days that Griffen and Dimitri were in here, they did not have bobcat neighbors previously. So it's probably been a while since they've seen a cat that small. Or, well, I guess in the indoor building, but at least in the outdoor habitat. And I came over here and Henry was squared up on the side of the fence looking at Griffen and Henry looking at each other, and Henry was not backing down. And it was just the funniest thing to see. And then he just went on his merry way, prancing around his habitat, the confident little Henry. And Griffen didn't even know what to think of it.
Attaboy, Henry. Henry is a cat who will never get too big for his loafers, as the saying goes. And he'll rule the roost where he needs to, Olivia. And 2 tigers coming into his turf. He says, that's no skin off my back.
That little bobcat tail twitching. It was too cute.
Those are awesome toe beans, says Joanna, aren't they? They are certainly large and cool to think. This isn't kind of a trick of perspective, but you can see just a part of that tiger head there and the tiger paws and how large they are compared to that tiger head. Those are some big paws, and rightfully so. Tigers are apex predators. One thing here at the Wildcat Sanctuary is we always want to educate on what are appropriate pets. Believe it or not, some of our rescues are rescued big cats coming to us as former pets. And just little examples like this, it's easy to see, understanding how large a paw like that is, how powerful that paw is, and also what's hiding inside of that paw, razor sharp claws. It's always worth reminding who and what these cats are and why they should be respected as such. Ooh, Jenny, I got a new paw casting this weekend for the auctions while we were doing shade cloth. And Jenny, you had a volunteer team. You were really kind of pulling, the double shift. You were here on Friday doing some volunteering and then doing some crew day volunteering on Saturday. Jenny, first of all, thank you. And how exciting about some of the new paw castings
Very exciting.
You scooped up. And Kathy, that's right. The day, the day is meant to be spent full of doing catnaps and whatever have you, now that they've had their mealtime. Kathy Barton pointing out that in a cat's life, what else is there to do after mealtime besides a good old catnap? Well, Olivia, let's keep cruising here. We'll see what's happening. I'd love to maybe see. We'll let Leo and Mansa make a quick little cameo appearance. I know we've kind of hung out with them on the last few lives, but they're right here.
They're also on the catnap train.
They are conked out. One lion, 2 lion. Uh-oh. You might get a lion roll up. She says that was just she was just a stretch. And especially to Leo and Mansa, they're kind of in a unique proximity from the fence there, and sometimes Leo, understandably so, can get a little testy if humans are maybe interrupting or maybe coming into a little too close into his bubble. So that's another good reason why we'll keep
on moving.
This party moving. All right, I'm just quickly scanning to see if I see any cougars, Olivia. It's kind of a cougar-y
I know,
morning. Yeah.
It's quiet out.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope we see some of our cougar friends.
Yeah, so let's see. I'd love to see Miss Langley or Mr. Noah, Mr. Denoma. All righty.
I do have a feeling they're somewhere in the grass over here. Check all the spots. I know under the tree is one.
I know, that's where I was just looking.
Any cougars. Maybe more up towards the front.
Yeah, who knows?
We have some elusive cougars today, but the grass is growing taller. That's a good time of year.
That's correct. Grass is growing a little taller. I do see a car near the building, so maybe they're wondering what the humans are doing inside the building. Let's see. Well,
I'm scanning. Yeah. Who's gonna find them first, Judson?
Maybe they're in the kind of that far set of pine trees.
Over here.
Yeah,
maybe.
I made a little pit stop to kind of stop and look, and let's keep going here. It's almost kind of like a episode of Dora the Explorer. I'm gonna have to ask everyone to help point out where the cats are. But yeah, I think, Olivia, we really have our work cut out for us on this one. I'm kind of looking at that far...
I'm seeing a couglet.
Oh,
right,
really?
Yes, right
on
top, of course, in the most obvious spot.
And of course, not of the 5 wild group. That looks like one of the 3 wild across the way. But on their den, giving us, of course, that cougar glare.
And from a distance, I'm also seeing a belly-up daisy.
Okay.
I'm seeing all the cats in the distance, Judson, but
you're telling us we should have gone the opposite direction.
Well, they're telling us we should have gone the opposite
Well, maybe,
direction.
who knows? Maybe we could bookend the live post with a black leopard. We started out with a black leopard,
that idea.
And now I think we can end with a black leopard. Well, let's head over and see Shadow.
I wonder, will she be in the grass or on a log? That is the question.
Log life for these leopards. We'll find out. And welcome if you're just joining us. We've been kind of navigating around, doing a little bit of a sanctuary stroll here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. I'm joined by Olivia. I'm Judson, and we have been hanging out with some rescued residents. We've seen, well, of course, Shazam laying on his log to start off our live post. We got to hang out with Dimitri and Griffen, and we hit a little bit of a lull, Olivia, in terms of cats, but we're still enjoying ourselves.
Absolutely.
I hope.
Absolutely, still a beautiful walk today.
It is.
So where is this other lounging leopard? There she is.